Hello folks. Strange things are happening in the guitar market. For some reason or other, everybody wants an Explorer. Why? I don't know. I was looking for one. I've been looking for one for off and on, about a year and a half or so. I take a while before I go buy something just because, well, I want to get a good deal. I don't want to get stuck with something for a high price and then have to sell it at a loss and then have less of ability to accumulate more guitars that I don't need, just like the rest of you. I mean, that's what we do, right? Buy lots of guitars. Okay, so I was looking and looking, and as I hesitated and did not buy a Gibson Explorer, the price continued to rise and the availability was dwindling. And I got discouraged. And so I kind of just gave up. I went, I'm not going to pay $2,500 for a guitar that a year ago I could have got for $1,200. Although maybe next year it'll be $3,500, but it doesn't matter because I don't think I'm going to get one. And why did I want a Gibson Explorer? Why does a 67-year-old guy get a Gibson Explorer? Because I've never had one. I've had one of just about every other Gibson guitar, but I have not had an Explorer. And back in the early 80s, when I was a full-on, like really neurotic guitar collector, I heard about a real 58 that was for sale, that belonged to a really great guitar player who I had met, named Lonnie Mack. And Lonnie Mack had a V and he had an Explorer, and he didn't use Explorer. He got it at the same time as V and decided he didn't want to get it. He didn't want to keep it, and so he was going to off it for about $8,500. And I did not have $8,500. I really wanted that guitar, but I didn't get it. And now it's worth about $1 million. But, well, doesn't matter now. I don't have it. You don't have it either, probably. So that was, many years ago, 40 years ago, I thought about getting Explorer. And then kind of forgot about it until recently. And I went, I want to get an Explorer. So I'm really belaboring this and wasting a lot of time. So I didn't get a Gibson Explorer, but I did find an Epiphone Explorer, one that's just not even a year old. And here it is. Okay. This guitar is so silly. I can't bring it home. I don't want to bring it home because if my wife sees me with this, she'll laugh so hard she might choke. So, so it lives here at the shop. And also, I'm in a country western band. It's called Hank and Ella's Fine Country Band. Will I use this with the band? No, of course not. But what can I say? I got an Epiphone. I got a used Epiphone, and I got it for a very good deal. And I got a chance to play it first. I did not get it off of eBay. I didn't order it through Sweetwater, some great music store. It just happened to be 8 blocks from my house. Somebody was selling it on Craigslist. And so I went over there and I played it. And I went, this is remarkable. I've maybe seen some of my earlier videos about Epiphone guitars. And I've sold or given away all the Epiphones that I've ever had for the most part, or the Chinese ones or Indonesian ones or Korean ones, because I didn't really care for them for the most part. This is different. This is really good. I'm shocked. The neck shape is exactly what I would want. It's kind of a modern, wide, flat, like really wide, almost like an old 60s P bass. It's a wide neck, but it's not deep. It's a very modern feel to it. The other thing is it plays in tune beautifully. Chinese guitars generally don't, but this is an Epiphone Chinese guitar. So maybe they take a little bit more care. The other thing that's really great about it are these little mini Grovers. They work great. Usually I get a guitar like an Epiphone or some sort of Chinese guitar. I whip the tuners off immediately because they're useless. These are good. I'm not changing these tuners. The other thing is the pickups. These are what are called Epiphone Pro Buckers. I've never had a guitar with them. They're pretty good. I mean, really, not bad. This guitar new is like, I think they're $649. And I didn't pay anywhere near that because, well, I didn't have to because there was a guy selling one used. And I just I'm floored at the quality of this guitar. I mean, the finish, they call it piano black. It's just this glossy, smooth, it's got fingerprints on it now. But it's just very Gibson-like. The feel of the guitar is very Gibson-like. The weight is about 8.5 pounds, which is exact same weight as my 2 other real Gibson custom shop Les Pauls. So it's a very friendly weight. Yeah, I stand corrected. All my trash talk about Epiphones being, for the most part, not very good, I don't know. This is very good. This is actually better than very good. This makes me think that not buying a Gibson is fine. If I have this, I really don't feel that I need it. I feel like this, for me, it is going to do everything the Gibson does except say Gibson on the headstock. That's it. I mean, it's the fingerboard, the frets, the playability. I want to do a little bit more of a setup on it to make it play a little bit easier for me, just because I'm lazy, you know, and I'm old, you know, I like things to be super easy to play. But it's not bad, just out of the box. And it came with a really nice padded gig bag, which is essential. If you have an Explorer, they're really big guitars. I mean, it's a plank. The body is long, the neck's long, the headstock's long. It doesn't fit in a normal case. You have to have an Explorer case. So if you get an Explorer, make sure it comes with a gig bag or case. Otherwise, you're going to have to go looking for one. And they're not that hard, they're not that easy to come by, and you know, some people charge a premium for them, but this is the rhythm pickup. This is the neck pickup. Very full sounding, nice amount of overdrive. It's, I think, 7,500 ohms, you know, so it's like right in there with a Burstbucker 1. So, both pickups, you get all that brightness. Okay, bridge pickup. Bridge pickup's a little hotter than I would want. It's like 8,500, and of the 2 pickups, it's like the less appealing sounding to me, but that's just my opinion. It's pretty good, snarls, you know, like a bridge pickup should, but my thought is to maybe change it, but I don't know, the beauty of this guitar is it's cheap, and really, if you're not that picky, you don't need to do anything to it. You just plug it in and play it. Okay, I'm wasting your time and mine. But I like to play the guitar, and that's always a good sign. If you pick up a guitar and it makes you want to play more, well, that's a good guitar. This is Epiphone Explorer 2022 Ebony. I don't know, you know, I would have thought, nah, I'm not going to get one of those. That thing's a hunka. Well, I'm wrong. It's not a hunka. It's it's a good guitar. Go to your local store. If you're looking for a Gibson Explorer, try one of these first. And I don't know, maybe you'll save yourself a lot of money. Yeah, it's not prestige, probably doesn't have the good resale and all that, but you know, the point of a guitar is to make music with it. If you can make good music and feel great playing it, doesn't matter what it says on the headstock. That's just my opinion. Thanks for watching.